Frustration is mounting and anger is growing with the liberals and passive politicians. Learn the playbook of those who are trying to destroy our country from the blue-collar professor. He teaches, he leads, he speaks out for truth and justice. Now, the educator of all things conservative, your host.
The leader in talk radio on the internet, right here on K98Talk.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls? Start saving thousands in interest and fees and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
All right, folks, this is Rick Robinson with you. I want to tell you about some friends of mine from a company called Security Enforcement Specialists. When I ran my security agency for 12 years, I worked with one of these partners on a daily basis. He's been involved in this agency now, and with his other partner, they do have over 30 years of experience in the private security industry. If you own a business, and you need someone to keep you or your customers or residents safe, then I highly recommend contacting Security Enforcement Specialists today. Give them a call at 405-703-1796. Again, that's 405-703-1796. And again, tell them Rick from K98 Talk sent you. Like I said, if you need the help, they are here for you. So make sure that you go look them up, check them out, and see what they can do.
Wrong way. Welcome to the place. Welcome.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
The Internet will never be the same. You're listening to K98Talk.com.
Wow. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely.
Host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
So if you ever talk to a liberal and say, hey, would you like to go to the ball game? Or, hey, the wife and I are going out to dinner. Why don't you and the wife come with us? Any type of engagement, and they say, hey, we would love to, but we have a previous taco bowl engagement. Up until now, you may scratch your head and say, well, what in the world is that? Boy, have we got the answer, and has it hit the fan in Philadelphia? My goodness. Welcome to the Monday edition of the program. I am Gavin Mitchell. This is the Gavin Mitchell Show, and I would love to tell you that there is a set of circumstances where any reasonable person would say, this isn't looking good. Maybe we should reconsider our position, no matter what that position is. If you were introduced with fact after fact after fact, but it seems to be that some of these diehard leftists out there refuse to accept the facts for what they are. That there's always some excuse, some apology that, oh, it's the media trying to bash our candidate or our leader. These are lies. Oh, it's coming from a bigoted person. And when they don't have a leg to stand on, when all the evidence mounted up says this is a bad person, this is a bad candidate, or this is a bad situation, they begin to compare it to other situations with things that aren't facts and aren't truths. That is an introduction to the liberal left here in this country. That is who they are. Now, when you say taco bowl engagement, what does that mean? Well, we've got to take a few steps backwards to begin to understand this situation because it is a mess. I was worried last week when the RNC got kicked off to that roll call vote because I've said it over and over again. The two things that had to be accomplished at that convention. One, we had to unite the party. And two, Donald Trump needed to be presidential. He needed to look like somebody who could run the free world and do it in a professional and tactful manner. Well, I said it last week, mission accomplished. We got that done. Did we bring the entire party together? No, there's always going to be those holdouts. That's life. That's how it is. They take the same position as the liberal left. It doesn't matter what situation is in front of them. They're going to, quote, take the high road. Because at some point you have to plant your flag for what you stand for. Well, here on the Gavin Mitchell Show, we have argued this point exhaustively. That time to plant your flag for your moral belief when it comes to politics is in the primary season. And when you lose, you jump on board. That's how this thing works. But for whatever reason, whether it's voices like Glenn Beck and Mark Levin or people who just haven't had enough or have had enough, they've decided they're drawing the line here. That's fine. They're going to stand out there and they're going to watch this thing go down. I hope They are not the difference, much like the evangelical Christians during the Mitt Romney-Barack Obama election were the difference, because they were. That's what got us 4 more years of Barack Obama. I hope they're not the difference. But it did leave me scratching my head after that first day. I thought, my gosh, we've got 3.5 days to pull this thing together. The speakers are going to have to be great. Donald Trump is going to have to look like Ronald Reagan up there to pull this off. And then we had the whole Melania Trump plagiarism deal, which, okay, that was a blip on the radar. That wasn't a big deal. But then Ted Cruz did what Ted Cruz did. I've already voiced my opinion about that. There's no need to rehash it. And I was worried, but what I've noticed since we put a little distance between that convention and now, even though Ted Cruz tried to create a new faction or make sure that he solidified his faction, that he tried to gain some real estate there, he probably did more to unite this party than anybody else during the convention, unintentionally. There are a lot of people who were for Cruz that are upset that he didn't honor his word, that there are situations and conditions you can put around a promise with Ted Cruz that will make his promise null and void in his opinion. And I'm not saying I don't understand where he's coming from. I'm saying there is zero, let me say it again. There are 0 times that situations allow you to go back on your word. Your word is your bond. That's where we come from. That's what we grow up as in Texas. And he's a Texan. And so we're very unforgiving of that. But Donald Trump did his thing, and it was stellar. Man, he was great. He stayed on script. He hit the points. He referred to Hillary Clinton as my opponent instead of crooked Hillary or whatever else. It was fantastic. So I came out of that convention feeling really good, feeling fired up. And then we turn our eyes to Philadelphia and the DNC. And I thought, man, all we're going to get is a week full of lies, a week full of spin, a week full of creating victims. And pay attention Tuesday, because the Philadelphia police officers are fired up because they are running the parents of these, quote, and I'm using air quotes over here, victims from these Black Lives Matter situations that turned out to be completely false. Michael Brown's one of them. And they're going to parade them out there in this racial play. But do you remember Jamel Shaw Sr., who was there talking about his son, Jamel Shaw Jr., who got shot and killed by an illegal immigrant? And that the politicians rallied around him and his family after Jr. died. They even built a permanent memorial, but when they found out that it was an illegal immigrant that ranked higher on their victim hierarchy than a black person did, they disappeared. But that's not enough for the left. That's not good enough for the left. Well, I don't know how they defend this. I have no clue. Because do you remember the emails that apparently were hacked from the DNC? This happened a few months ago. The DNC admitted, hey, we were hacked. Some emails were stolen. And at the time, we thought all it was intel on the Trump camp. That they had inside information and plans and things like that. And there were a few leaks here and there. But that's what we thought they got. No big deal. Oh, it's a huge deal. Oh, my goodness. It starts out, and this is where I choose to start out, with this hierarchy of victims. And listen to me. If you are in a minority voting bloc, I'm telling you point blank, the Democrats do not care about you. They need you to be victims. They will string you along as far as they can and for as long as they can, as long as they're getting your vote. Don't believe me? Here is one of the hacked emails. I'm going to read it. The U.S. Hispanic population and its influence have reached the tipping point. This is one of the hacked internal DNC emails. Specifically, Hispanic millennials are now larger than the current baby boomer demographic and growing. There is one shot to capture this demographic or lose the window of opportunity for generations. There it is. We've got to get their vote. And then they enumerate some things. Number one, Hispanics are the most brand loyal customers in the world. Known fact in bold. Number two, Hispanics' brand loyalty is generational. In bold, entire families. Number three, once a brand loses this loyalty, Hispanics never re-engage. In bold, unforgiving. Number four, if a brand earns this loyalty, Hispanics will always be loyal and influence family and extended family to be loyal. In bold, long-term relationship. Number five, and it's highlighted in bold, Hispanics are the most responsive to storytelling. Brands need to, quote, speak with us, end quote. Without a comprehensive brand strategy and plan, the DNC will lose the opportunity to acquire the Hispanic consumer. To all my Latino and Latina friends out there, you are nothing more than an item to them. You are nothing more than a marketing demographic. And if you can't see that, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you. This is blatant racism. It's mind-blowing. And the best part is that they went on the offensive against Donald Trump for saying we need to build a wall. We need to quit letting Syrian refugees in by the waist because there's terrorists embedded in there. That makes him racist, according to them. He said, Mexico sends us their rapists, their murderers. That's a fact. That's who comes across. It's not all of who come across, but yeah. If you don't believe that, all you have to do is look at the FBI numbers at what illegal aliens and the crime they have committed are doing. It's real simple. It's not racism. He's not saying all Hispanics are bad. He's not saying all Muslims are bad. He's saying until we've got an opportunity to sort the good from the bad, we're a country of laws. Immigration is a privilege, not a right. It's our country first, and we have to start looking at us. Meanwhile, the Democrats are saying, hey, let's open up the border. Syrian refugees, people from Mexico, people from Central America, come on in waves. Because they seem to think that these people are the most brand loyal consumers in the world and that they're loyal for generations. But they got to be careful because if they lose that loyalty, they'll never re-engage. And if they gain that loyalty, they will always be loyal and influence family and extended family. And the way you do it is you tell them stories. Now, if I was going to be a cynical, hard right, just beat them up nonsense kind of guy, I'd be like, storytelling, huh? Tell them lies. No, that's not what they're talking about here. You have to be fair. But without question, they're saying, and it sums it up best in the last line of this email, without a comprehensive brand strategy and plan, the DNC will lose the opportunity to acquire the Hispanic consumer. They're consumers. You're a consumer to them. You're not a person with a family. They don't care about that. They care about the vote. What do consumers do? They buy things. What are you buying here in an election? In politics, votes. You are trying to sway people to vote for you. That's all this is about to them. That's why they call you the Hispanic consumer. All they care about is the vote. And they've claimed that without a comprehensive brand strategy and plan, the DNC won't get that opportunity. Well, what brand strategy and plan could you possibly have to capture this Hispanic vote? What do you have to do for them to get them to vote for you? Because I think we've established very well this has nothing to do with caring about Hispanic people and their families. Otherwise, they wouldn't call them consumers. They'd call them people. Well, a good brand strategy might be, We're not going to be that hard on the southern border. Come over. We're a land of opportunity. Legal, illegal, we don't care. Another strategy might be, hey, we're going to continue to support sanctuary cities because even though somebody broke the law, we pick and choose which laws we want to enforce. A great strategy would be free education, opportunity to health care, college education. It doesn't matter. That would be a good strategy to acquire the Hispanic consumer, wouldn't it? It's not because they believe in these things. Not even close. It's because they want that vote. They want to acquire the Hispanic consumer.
The Gavin Mitchell Show. It's summertime again, ladies. Time to break out those sandals and give your toenails a little TLC. The nail technicians at Friendly Nails in Cleburne, Texas are ready to provide you with professional and friendly service. From manicures to pedicures and a variety of specialized services such as acrylic nails, facials, and waxing. Custom designs and a variety of stones to accent your nails are also available. The technicians at Friendly Nails are all licensed and trained in the latest technology and have experience applying every kind of polish on the market. So stop by and be treated like royalty. Relax in their massage chairs and unwind. Full body massage therapy is also available by appointment only. For all you guys wanting to give your special lady a little treat, $50 gift certificates are available now for $40, and anyone who mentions hearing about Friendly Nails on the Gavin Mitchell Show or KLIF will get $10 off any $50 purchase. Friendly Nails is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 180 North Ridgeway Drive in Cleburne, Texas. Call them at 817-641-3400. Walk-ins are welcome.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-525-8479 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-525-8479 to take your call now. Call 1-800-525-8479. That's 1-800-525-8479. Again, 1-800-525-8479.
Do you need residential or commercial roof repairs, maintenance, or replacement in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? J-Bow Roofing has over 35 years of experience in the industry, and they have the know-how to keep you dry and comfortable. J-Bow Roofing also offers a roofing system that is warranted against hail of any size, and this is a no-excuse warranty. J-Bow Roofing doesn't want their customers to cringe every time it hails. They want customers to have complete confidence that their roofing system is going to stand up to the task. Basically, J-Bow Roofing wants to stop the insanity, lifetime roofing period. Re-roof once and be done. A J-Bow roof product is aesthetically pleasing and tougher than anything you can find. A J-Bow roof is so nice your neighbors will want it. J-Bow lifetime roofing systems are strong as steel, tougher than hail, and guaranteed. So it'll be the last roof you put on your house. Looking for a price? Get a no-cost, no-obligation quote today at jabeau.com. That's jabeau.com. J-Bow Roofing. Your long-term satisfaction is their immediate goal.
Twisted Roads Trading Post in Crowley, Texas is your premier biker apparel, leather, and accessories store. Stop in and visit with Brothers Ron and Carl Phillips. Twisted Roads Trading Post carries leather jackets, chaps, vests, accessories, gifts, and more. Open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Sundays, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Got a motorcycle or trike to sell? Their park and sell lot is now available and anxious to show off your ride. Visit us for sewing, embroidery, and t-shirt printing services. Airbrush services by our friends at Kingdom Custom Creations are also available throughout the week. Call today or visit twistedroadstradingpost.com or find and like them on Facebook. Located west of Crowley on FM 1187, then south on FM 1902. Go 1.3 miles and look for the flags. 817-768-8761. That's 817-768-8761. Twisted Roads Trading Post. If the flags are flying, we're open.
Let's get back to the program. If you're sick of the garbage that comes out of Washington, D.C., then it's time to arm yourself with knowledge from the Blue Collar Professor. Here's your host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
If you are looking for the show, you can find us, thegavinmitchellshow.com. You're welcome to email me anytime you would like, Gavin at thegavinmitchellshow.com. And we are on Twitter at TheGMShow. Feel free to drop us a line, give us a follow, whatever it takes to connect. That is what we are there for, is to touch base with you, have conversations. I no longer do debates in 140 characters. It makes no sense. You can never make a point. You can never, it's stupid. So, but I'm happy to engage. I do a lot of tongue in cheek, a lot of sarcasm. It's a good time most of the time, but we're talking about these leaked emails from the DNC on the eve and the day of the Democratic National Convention. And I talked about how concerned I was with the way the Republican convention started, but it came together swimmingly. It was fantastic. Now I'm concerned about the DNC for not the same reasons, not because I want it to succeed, but I'm concerned that they're not going to be able to put this back together. It's a mess, and this all started a few months ago when we knew the DNC email server got hacked. And a lot of people were saying, oh, it's the Russians, whatever. It's WikiLeaks who unveiled this. They rolled out all of these emails. And the left is trying to spin it up as, oh, the Russians are behind it. The Russians are trying to support Donald Trump. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. And WikiLeaks has come out and said point blank, we did it, not the Russians. It's us. Here's the evidence. Here are the emails. Now, the interesting thing to this whole deal is that the left isn't disputing the emails at all. They haven't tried to attack the validity of the emails. Not even a little bit. And so even if they do in the next 20 minutes, the fact they let it go this long is the proof is in the pudding that this is the way they think. And we spent the first segment talking about how they really feel about Hispanics, and you can extrapolate that out to every other minority demographic out there. Make no mistake about it. They do not care about you. They care about your vote. Because what do you get? What do you get if you lead that, quote, revolution? What do you get if you champion a cause for a minority group? You get power. You get influence. And if you're smart enough, like the Clintons are, you can parlay that into millions. Look at the Clinton Foundation and look at what they did. Look at the money they get for speeches. Make no mistake about it. They don't care about you, but it doesn't stop there. The hypocrisy continues. Do you remember when they just took all these shots at Donald Trump for being a bigot and a racist and insensitive to minorities and full of hate and all that nonsense? Well, in these emails, it's much, much worse coming from the left. In one email, and I'm reading from Breitbart.com here, in one email, Chief Financial Officer Brad Marshall of the DNC said, quote, "It might make no difference, but for Kentucky and West Virginia, we can get someone to ask his belief." They're talking about Bernie Sanders and his religious belief. Does he believe in a God? And they used a period instead of a question mark. That shows you how intelligent these people are. He had skated on saying he was a Jewish heritage. I guess he meant of Jewish heritage. "I think I read he is an atheist. This could make several points difference with my peeps. My Southern Baptist peeps would draw a big difference between a Jew and an atheist." They're wanting to attack Bernie Sanders on his religious belief. But remember, the Democratic Party is the big tent for everybody that's not a Christian. It's where the Muslims are welcome. It's where the atheists are welcome. Christian and Jews are welcome, but they're not going to respect your faith. They went right after Bernie Sanders and his faith. And the thing about this is, in addition to just the pure hypocrisy about how they attack people for this type of thing, and how they claim that different demographics are nothing more than consumers that they're trying to sell a vote to, the crazy thing about this is that the entire time these emails support and they show that Bernie was right. The system was rigged. And we knew that. We knew that on the surface. We knew that the DNC was in the bag for Hillary. She was the chosen one. She was the heir apparent. There was no secret to that. The problem is you had to look at the situation and draw a conclusion. There was no hard evidence to place your summation on. Now there is. The DNC was in the bag. They are even credited for putting protesters out there against Donald Trump. They were interns. They weren't protesters, and we knew they were paid off. Everybody thought they were paid off by Bernie. It turns out it was the DNC. Not in every situation, not in every case. But they were in the bag for Hillary the whole time. And they were actually actively working against Bernie Sanders. They were doing everything they could. I'm baffled by this. Now, the article goes on when they were talking about Bernie Sanders' heritage and his belief system and how this guy said the Southern Baptist peeps, it would matter to them. First off, there is no God-fearing, church-going person that is a Democrat. You cannot believe in God and follow his laws and think the positions the Democrats take are okay. You just can't. Breitbart comments on that whole deal. My peeps in West Virginia and Kentucky, it would matter to them. Breitbart says, note that at least part of the senior leadership of the Democratic Party presumed A, that the voters of Kentucky and West Virginia are religious bigots, B, that Southern Baptist voters in those states are bigots, perhaps even more so, and C, that these groups might have had some problem with voting for a Jew, and D, they would be even more troubled by voting for an atheist. Let me tell you this as a Christian. I was perplexed. Donald Trump came out and said, hey, I've never asked for forgiveness from God because I live a good life and I feel like I have a great relationship with God. Now, if you're a Christian, you know that's simply not true. It's an impossibility to have a great relationship with God and never ask for forgiveness. We know that as Christians. There's no two ways about it. And I was confused. I was perplexed. I was like, well, what do you do? What do you do if Hillary Clinton's one option, which you know is horrible for this country? And then you got a guy saying that on the other side. What do you do with your vote? And so I brought on Dr. Ronnie Floyd onto the program. Dr. Ronnie Floyd was the president of the Southern Baptist Convention at that time. And I asked him, I said, what do you do? I even played him the soundbite where Donald Trump had said that. And I said, now, unless I'm missing something, Dr. Floyd, the very premise of being a Christian is accepting the fact that you are inherently a sinner. You fall short of the requirement of God. And to atone for that sin, he sent Jesus Christ as the ultimate sacrifice so that we could have a relationship with him. So if that's true, how can you have a great relationship with God if you've never asked for forgiveness? Ronnie Floyd said, that's true. You're right. You're 100% right. And I said, then what do we do? As believers, what do we do if these are our two options? And he said, look, you have to understand. Are we ever going to get a guy that we agree with politically and is a rip rock Christian, just a true believer through and through? Are we ever going to get that guy? The chances are slim to none that we ever get that guy. So we have to remember we're choosing a CEO for our country. That's what we're electing. And so when they come back and say that these groups might have some problem with voting for a Jew and be even more trouble by voting for an atheist, that presumption is right. That's what they're saying, but it is a conflict. Make no mistake about it. If you're a believer, that's something you do weigh. You think about an economic policy. You think about foreign relations. You think about all of those things, immigration, taxes, all of that. But you consider this faith issue equally. It's equally as important. But I'm baffled by this, that somehow these Democrats can get up there and pretend like everything's okay, that they can still look these minority groups like the Hispanics, like the Jewish people, like the Bernie Sanders followers and say, yeah, you know what? We're still here for you. We're still championing your cause. We still believe in you. We're here to fight for you. Who is drinking that Kool-Aid at this point? What more do you need? I'm baffled by this. I am completely baffled. And coming up next, Hillary Clinton is called on the carpet. We're going to talk about that and the downfall. Who was the scapegoat for this mess? Next.
The Gavin Mitchell Show.
Are you getting squeezed by the economic downturn? Hey, you were doing fine. Then, all of a sudden, you're having a tough time paying your family's credit card bills. Maybe you were downsized or even lost a job, but you still owe 10 grand or more in credit card bills. And you just can't afford the minimum payments anymore. We're here to help. We are the Genesis Debt Partners. We know the secrets to negotiate better terms with your creditors. Make a free 10-minute call right now and learn how we can help you get out of debt. 800-807-9767. If you owe 10 grand or more in credit card debt and you want to learn how you can pay less and get out of debt faster, call right now. 800-807-9767. 800-807-9767. Get out of debt now. 800-807-9767.
Hey everybody, your pal Gavin Mitchell here from my friends at Texas Elite Landscaping. We all have that embarrassing spot in our yard we just can't seem to get grass to grow. Or perhaps you're tired of pumping hundreds and thousands of dollars into your yard just to get it to turn green when the weather warms up. Or maybe the constant maintenance is just too much to bear. Well, my friends at Texas Elite Landscaping are the most respected synthetic grass installation specialist in North Texas. Locally owned and operated, they have installed over 1 million square feet of the highest quality grass made right here in the USA. And I know what you're thinking. Is it pet and child friendly? You bet it is. So whether you want your yard looking picture perfect year round, no matter what the season is, or perhaps you'd like a putting green in the backyard to keep your husband home on Saturdays, give my friends at Texas Elite Landscaping a call today. 214-298-7726. That's 214-298-7726. Or find them at TexasEliteLandscaping.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-824-3301. 800-824-3301. That's 800-824-3301. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Boy, man, I had a rough night's sleep. I got a letter from the IRS yesterday, and I just couldn't sleep. Man, I'm dying here. Somebody help me.
IRS problems affect more than just your finances. If you're ready to take back control of your life and you owe more than $10,000, you need to call the tax doctor. Their expert staff can immediately protect you from the IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. The IRS has recently released new programs geared in helping struggling taxpayers, where you may qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the tax doctor right now. See if you qualify to pay less. 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. Again, 800-631-9123.
Hey, liberals, try rooting for your own country for a change. Our blue-collar educator of all things common sense does. Now, back to the Gavin Mitchell Show.
If you are looking for the program throughout the week, you can find us each and every weekday on our flagship station, conservativeradionetwork.com, which now powers Red Nation Rising Radio, which is rednationrising.us. Both of those streams, we are available at 5 p.m. Central each and every weekday. We are on K98 Talk, the 405 Media, High Plains Radio, Sackheads Radio, StreamingTalkRadio.com, and IPBN-FM.com. So special thanks to each and every one of those guys for allowing us to be a part of their family. It means the world to us. You can find the show on demand, iTunes, Spreaker, TuneIn, and Google Play. We're still after those Spreaker followers. So if you're out there and you have a Spreaker account, it would mean a ton to us if you wouldn't mind searching the Gavin Mitchell Show, giving us a follow. If you do not have a Spreaker account, it takes a couple seconds. You can just sign up, email, and you're in. It doesn't cost you a thing. Search the Gavin Mitchell Show and give us a follow. It would be much appreciated. And then each and every Saturday night, News and Information 570 KLIF here in Dallas, Fort Worth. We are on at 8 p.m. Central, but if you live outside the Dallas-Fort Worth area, fear not. You can still find us on KLIF.com. They have a stream. ConservativeRadioNetwork.com streams it live as well. And the 405 Media does also. So thanks to those guys for carrying the live program. It is your time to give us a call and be a part of the program, to weigh in. It's the one time a week, that happens, and that is why we do it, so you can be a part of the show. So we're talking about this email leak, and it's huge. The Bernie followers are so mad. They are so mad. Oh, they're furious. And so Hillary Clinton was on 60 Minutes Sunday night, and she was asked about the leak. What's going on? How do you feel about it? She said, I don't know anything about these emails. I haven't followed it, but I'm very proud of the campaign I ran, and I'm very proud of the campaign that Senator Sanders ran. Well, she asked, would it be improper if anyone inside the DNC were to favor one candidate over the other? Would that be bad? Isn't the DNC set there, or aren't they designed to referee this race? Are they supposed to get involved and even send resources and plot strategy against another candidate like they did Bernie? Is that okay? Because she's playing dumb, remember? She doesn't know anything about it. The heck she doesn't. The whole world knows about it. Well, Clinton responded, again, I don't have any information about this. Liar. So I can't answer specifically. We ran our campaign. We ran hard. We worked to have as many successes as possible. We are very proud we got more votes than anybody else running, including Donald Trump. I don't know if that's right. That may be true, but I don't know. And I'm very grateful for the campaign that Senator Sanders ran, because we ran a campaign based on issues, not insults. So I can't speak to people who are not working for me, who were saying whatever they were saying. I can't speak to that. I can only speak to my campaign. Give me a break. Are you kidding me? The Sanders camp is furious. The Sanders followers are furious. Now, what is the result of this? Well, first off, Senator Kaine, who is now the VP pick for Hillary Clinton, he said, quote, I was DNC chair, so during the first Obama term, you're not going to find anybody at the DNC or the RNC or any political organization who is complete agnostic or who doesn't have an opinion about a political candidate. Fair enough. But that doesn't mean you act on it. That doesn't mean you show your bias. You have this fiduciary responsibility to do the right thing, and they didn't do it. Those of us who are in the realm, he continued, we got opinions about people, but there's a difference between having an opinion about someone and having a candidate you prefer. There's a difference between that and trying to alter the outcome. Bingo! He's 100% right. But the DNC is caught red-handed. They did try to alter the outcome. Well, how can you say that? How do you know these are... You know how I know? Do you want to know how I know? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the DNC chair, is going to resign after this convention, and that's not enough for some people. This was big enough that she had to tenure her resignation, and after it's done, she's out of there. It is so big that she's not even going to be at the convention, and she is the DNC chair. She's the big dog on the block, and she's not even going to be there. She's out. That's how I know this is real. That's how I know this is serious, because she's the scapegoat. And why was she picked as the scapegoat? Because that's what the Bernie followers wanted all along, and they weren't going to get it. But now that they realize what's going on, and they realize the game really was rigged against them, the Clinton campaign seems to think if they let Schultz go, it'll all be better. No, not even close. The irony to this is that Schultz decided she was going to take some shots at Reince Priebus for what went on in Cleveland. Remember, we said it was kind of a rocky start. Well, she tweeted out, "Hey, Reince, I'm in Cleveland if you need another chair to help your convention, to keep your convention in order." Look at her. And then she tweeted the next day, "Offer still stands." Are you kidding me? You talk about having to eat some crow. Now let's talk about it. She's out, right? She's gonzo. The Bernie Sanders followers are furious. What do you think Clinton does here? She hires Wasserman Schultz to her campaign. She was such a great asset during the primary, she can't let her go. So now she is a surrogate for Hillary Clinton's campaign. And it just goes to show there is no standard for which Hillary Clinton carries herself. There is no level that is too low for her to stoop. It's embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Now, if you were one of these diehard liberals out there, one of these progressives, one of these Democrats, how can you look at all this? How can you look at the way they treat the minority voting blocks that they say they favor so greatly, that they care so much about? How can you see them speak about you like that? How can you see them railroad one of their candidates that so many of you believed in? How can you see the evidence from Clinton Cash, from Benghazi, from the whole email probe, where Comey came out and said, yeah, she lied under oath, just like Billy did. She lied. Even if the investigation didn't turn up anything. Now, Rudy Giuliani said, hey, I feel like I'm a reasonable prosecutor, and I feel like this is a slam dunk case. But you're not going to get that from the Attorney General of this administration. And there's rumors now that Barack Obama's going to have to pardon her, or Donald Trump's going to get her. And if Chris Christie's his AG, you bet he's going to get her. But how can you look at all of this, the accumulation of all this evidence, and say, man, that's a great person filled with integrity that loves this country more than anything, including herself? I don't see how you come to that conclusion. I don't understand it. It makes zero sense to me.
The Gavin Mitchell Show. You hear the headlines. You know health insurance is a real mess right now. Premiums have skyrocketed, and in most cases, you're stuck with your plan until open enrollment. But there's a government rule that allows you to qualify for lower health insurance rates if your life has changed. That means if you've changed jobs, if you're having a child, if you're getting married, if you're getting divorced, even if you run a small business or you're self-employed, this law may qualify you to get lower health insurance rates. Call the Health Insurance Hotline today. Learn how this 10-minute call can help you get lower health insurance rates. This is a free service to help consumers learn the laws to help them qualify for lower health insurance rates. So call right now to learn more. 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501.
Hey folks, Gavin Mitchell here. If you're in the market for a new car or truck, Jerry Chevrolet in Weatherford has been family owned and operated for nearly 50 years, and my family has done business with Jerry for 25 of those. Jerry's proudly built a reputation of working hard to provide their customers with great service and exceptional value. Jerry Chevrolet has hundreds of new trucks in stock, and they are always marked with the absolute lowest price. Come test drive the Chevy Silverado or the Colorado today and get yourself a $25 prepaid Visa gift card for doing it. When you go online at jerrychevytexas.com, Jerry will offer you a $25 prepaid Visa gift card just for stopping in. No purchase necessary. It's as easy as that. If you have a trade-in, Jerry Chevrolet is always looking for quality used cars, and you can go to jerrychevytexas.com today and find out what your vehicle is worth. Find new roads at Jerry Chevrolet in Weatherford and at jerrychevytexas.com. Come out our way and trade your way. Tell them Gavin sent you.
Attention business owners. We know that owning a business means getting things done right now. So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company. General Steel. We can design a building for your business quickly and save you thousands of dollars. That's right, thousands. You may think General Steel only builds large projects or that you can't afford General Steel quality. Well, check these prices. How about a 40 by 60 foot building for under $22,000? Or even a 50 by 100 for under $35,000? That's right, a 5,000 square foot building for under $35,000. And these buildings all have General Steel quality. Best of all, you can still order a building and have it delivered in time to build this year. How's that for right now? So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company, General Steel.
800-398-8309. 800-398-8309. 800-398-8309. That's 800-398-8309.
Hey everybody, Gavin Mitchell from The Gavin Mitchell Show here. Of course you can find our show every week on our flagship station, News and Information, 570 AM KLIF, but sometimes once a week just isn't enough. I would encourage you to go out to our website, www.thegavinmitchellshow.com, and there you'll find a plethora of information about the show, including archived episodes of our daily podcast. You'll find a blog written by me and other conservative writers, and entertaining videos that are available with the Gavin Mitchell Experience. I would encourage you to follow us on Twitter at The GM Show. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/The Gavin Mitchell Show. And of course, we are on our flagship station for the internet, conservativeradionetwork.com, with the most talented conservative podcasters in the country. So be sure to tune in Saturdays at 8 p.m. right here on News and Information 570 AM KLIF, or through the week at conservativeradionetwork.com or www.thegavinmitchellshow.com.
If you happen to drive by the studios during a commercial break and you see a guy on the roof waving an American flag, that's our blue-collar doctor of common sense. And now here he is, your host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
One of the best parts about that 60-minute interview with Hillary Clinton was, as opposed to addressing all these situations that's out there, she decided to talk about the RNC and how she was the only uniting factor that ran through that convention. I just thought to myself, were you watching? Obviously you weren't watching, because what I took away was how great America was and how these people loved their country. They supported the military. They wanted America back. That seemed to be the theme running through that convention. The only thing Hillary Clinton had anything to do with it is the fact that she is the third term for Barack Obama, and I feel pretty good about the way the speakers laid out the facts of what Barack Obama has done to this country. And just so how arrogant, but she said this country they speak of, this doom and gloom, this isn't the country I live in. This is right out of their little manual on how to respond to this, because you're hearing a lot of liberals say this now. I don't recognize it. You heard the president. I don't recognize this country. You hear Hillary Clinton. I don't recognize this country. Are you kidding me? Really? When you look around, that's not what you see? I don't understand that at all. And it goes to reinforce just how detached they are to us Americans, how high up in their ivory tower they really sit. I want to touch on this. Do you remember last week when we talked about this Leslie Jones? She is the African-American actor that played in the new Ghostbusters, and how Milo went after her acting ability, and that got him banned for life on Twitter. He did have previous offenses, whether they were legitimate or not. His record wasn't clean when it came to Twitter, admittingly. But Leslie Jones is a racist piece of crap. I mean, every time you turn around, she's just spouting something off that's racist, and she hung around. Now, apparently she voluntarily removed herself from Twitter. But the best part is there's a young lady, a conservative writer, who